We are Dexian, in the business for good.
Visionary CEO of Nirodhi, a pioneer in climate risk mitigation solutions with a rich background in tech-driven agriculture and rural insurance. He is transforming how data empowers farmers, insurers, and policymakers. Let's welcome Mallikarjun, CEO, Nirodhi.
Thanks to Dexian team and Gates Foundation for inviting us and letting us to share the stage with you and showcase what we have done so far in the ecosystem. Today, I'd like to show how Niruthi has been trying to address the needs of the farmers in various parts of the country over the last 15 years. And myself, Mallikarjun, CEO for Niruthi. We are a 15-year-old company who have been trying to support and bring technology to improve the rural livelihoods of the farmers in every corner. Because the primary need of the farmers is how we can actually help them to educate with right information at the right time. We adopted a model called TOPS, Terrestrial Observation Prediction System, which was actually developed by NASA. And we adopted that model. The specialty of this is, this has the ability to bring in multiple sources of data, be it satellite data, be it weather data, be it open source informations, NOAA data, metadata, all different sources of data has been embedded into the model. That model helps you estimate what is the likely weather which is going to happen, or predict how the conditions of the weather is in the next few hours to few days to few weeks to few months. So this has been in the process from last 15 years. We were the first one to try out in India. Apart from the weather data, automated weather station installations, we were the first one to try out how gridded data can be useful with a granular resolution. So based on the TOPS model, what we have done is we have developed 3 different products called WeatherSnap, CropSnap and InfraSnap. WeatherSnap is all about estimating the information of weather, be it historical, current and forecasted conditions. CropSnap is all about estimating the crop acreages, crop health conditions, what is the condition of the crop every fortnight, how it is happening, how it is performing on the ground for a standing crop, and yield forecasting during the middle of the season, what is the likely yield which may come out, and what is the yield estimate just before the harvesting season. And InfraSnap is all about AI-based information. So far, everybody talks about what is the likely pest or what is the pest already attack on the ground for a given crop. But whereas the slight differentiator here is we are early forewarning system which has been in place already, which can give you the pest forecast 15 days ahead, so that the farmers can actually take appropriate precautions to safeguard their crop. So now today's topic on AI digital transformation, Babu sir already mentioned about how the transformation has been happening from somewhere else to where we are today and where we have to go forward. AI transformation is actually a big game changer in the market today. And this is not possible only with one company or one Gates Foundation, or one partner like Dexian or somebody. It has to be a collaborative effort between all the ecosystem partners, along with the other private sector players, the governments, and also the farming communities. So it's a collaborative effort which can only make this a success story. And to make it also a successful story, there are certain challenges which we actually foresee today, be it the data limitations, the quality of the data, the reliability on the data, what is available in the market, be it the digital divide and the infrastructure gaps, where somebody was mentioning about only 40% of the farming community has access to smartphones. Less than 40% of the people have actually having access to internet even. So how to address that challenge, how we can actually pave roads towards engaging more and more farmers into the system, how you can actually adopt them, how you can actually bring more and more confidence to the farmer that yes, you can rely on the information what is being generated and provided using the AI systems. Because many of the farmers are actually skeptical. We know more than what you guys can say was the farmers' feedback sometimes. We have been in this business from decades and decades, or my forefathers have been in the business, they taught us more than what you guys say. So you have to bring the confidence on what data is being generated using AI, how that can be actually leveraged. And the last one is, and the other one is the policy changes and the regulatory challenges what currently the system is having. Quickly, small holding farmers is another problem what we have today. The climate and environment uncertainties. There is a lot of change in the climate day in, day out. and also the supply chain and the market linkages where the farmers are, though you provide a lot of good information, the farmers cannot adopt those ideas or the decisions because of lack of the infrastructure and facilities. So the potential challenges, potential solutions could be affordable AI tools, public-private partnerships, as I was telling, the farming training programs where you can actually involve more and more farmers into the system, and trying to work with the policy makers so that things can actually improve. So this is one of the potential solutions what I was talking. So far, everywhere in the market, we have seen a automated weather station which has been installed, which will record only a point observatory data. But the difference here is you are actually using multiple sources of data based on the TOPS model, what I was just telling. You use hypertemporal, low resolution data, high temporal data, you use high spatial, low temporal data, the in situ observational data, blending all these different sources of data, which is getting into our AML model. And then you are generating a proprietary weather information. It's a weather information which is at a 2 kilometer grid area, which is almost at the size of a village in India, where you can, with an automated weather station, you can get only information about precipitation, maximum minimum temperature, and relative humidity. But whereas you get more and more attributes like dew point temperature, wind speed, solar radiation, sunshine hours as well. And the advanced technology, what we are also using is the geostationary data. Usually it takes 15 days for general satellites, what everybody use, will take 15 days to cover a particular region. But whereas the geostationary satellite data give you every 10 minutes image. So that can be seen. To cover this entire Earth, it hardly takes 15 minutes to cover the entire globe. So we are using this geostationary data as of now. And also we use a lot of radar data which is available on the open source. And ingesting all these models, what we are doing is we are generating wind speed at a 10-meter altitude for entire country. And this is at a 25-kilometer resolution. What you can see, it's the open source data. And this is a 10-meter resolution, 2-kilometer resolution, temporal, every 10 minutes refresh, what you can see. And this is similarly, what we are using is a 25-kilometer open source temperature data, which is available. And this is a 2-kilometer temperature data for entire country. And this is precipitable water, where you can see how much is the rainfall going to come. This is calculating what is the rainfall going to happen based on the density of the cloud, water in the cloud. And this is about the NDVI images, which will take lesser and lesser time to calibrate for entire country. And this is just a small comparison between how 2013 data versus 15 data for the weather information for Telangana state behaves using our data. This is again the disaster management data of Jharkhand state and versus Niruthi's weather snap data. And the second one about the crop snap information, what we can do is the crop acreages, crop monitoring, data integration, smart sampling, need forecasting, and yield estimation. And this is for entire country. We actually calibrated the crop information, crop area, what is the area sown for paddy crop, wheat crop, potato, and there are close to half a dozen crops which we have the data for entire country. And these are the yields for 2019, 20, 21 for Kharif. And the last one is about the InfeSnap, which is again a 2 kilometer by 2 kilometer pest forewarning system, where a farmer can actually get the information about what is a pest which may go to attack to his particular crop, and appropriate decision can be taken. So this has a lot of benefits, and currently it is been in discussion with Jammu and Kashmir government also. And this is about where we are actually going ahead for the future on using AI and technology transformations. And we see a lot of promising results already in the market. And this is about the current project, ongoing project in Odisha in partnership with Gates Foundation, Government of Odisha. We are doing a project called Krishi Samriddhi. This is about personalization of AI-based weather and agromet advisories basically. And to cut short the time, just trying to precise is what we are trying to do is we are trying to generate advisories generate the advisories automatically, and also vocalization of these advisories and dissemination of these advisories. Basically, automation, vocalization, and dissemination is our target in Odisha state, where the ability is has to reach to 8.5 million farmers, where 2.5 million farmers are actually women, and we have to cover almost 115 crops and different varieties including that. So that's the target for us. And this is actually what we are currently developing in Odisha is actually a compatible and interoperability system. This can be integrated with different government systems which are existing at state and central level. Yeah, we are open for any sort of partnerships and questions actually.
We are Dexian, in the business for good.